I'd put it on my finger and I felt nothing. I'm gonna angle you so you can see my cat. My boy kitty is a big fan of the color pink. Oh man, okay, it's overcast. I actually need to put you guys right here by the window. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna say it. I went ring shopping. I mean, we went ring shopping together because we're in love. It's not just me. We did it together for an engagement ring. I recorded a whole sit-down story time video, but then I realized like I never gave an introduction. I'm filming this in June, which is the month of our 2-year anniversary, and we actually ended up celebrating yesterday. We got lobster and it was so romantic and I loved it. You know, me covered in butter. I'm very honest in this video. I had a lot of mixed emotions. It made me feel almost kind of guilty or confused. Honestly, I think I'm just making Drew nervous for when he watches this. So I'll just stop talking. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Going into ring shopping, I sort of kind of knew what I wanted. Like I wasn't super picky. I was a little open-minded to getting moissanite, but I kind of wanted diamond just a little bit more. And oddly enough, like I didn't see this coming, but I was in some sort of mood that day. I was actually really open to a colored gemstone. Colored gemstones are usually a little bit cheaper, but maybe it had to do with the fact that I was watching The Crown and Princess Diana had that big blue, beautiful ring. And so like, I was like, well, you know, I think that ring would also look good on me. With the idea of shopping, I thought mainly I was just going to test out some rings, get my finger measured to see what size I was. And then ultimately, I thought we were going to order off of Or Jewelry. I feel like you guys have seen it if you've been on Instagram and read it. Like, I know she makes really great quality work, but I believe she's over in North Carolina and she currently doesn't have a store front where you can walk in and try on things. And so that did make me a little nervous and discouraged. So I was like, I really want to make sure I have everything mapped out before I go and order from her. We were going to do Miraloft's diamonds, but surprisingly enough, they were closed on a Sunday. Well, we still wanted to go because I was honestly getting a little pouty about it. So we decided to stop into Fuller's. We went there and the guy immediately asked me like what I wanted and I let him know. I was looking into diamonds. You got to start there first, okay? Gold. As you'll see, like I'm wearing gold. You'll hardly ever see me in silver. I just don't think that's my color. And I was really honest. I told him that the ring in particular doesn't have to be big, but it has to look big on my finger. He did not react. He was a professional. When it came to the shape of the diamond, I had no preference. I knew that I like rounded edges, so I knew that like I was more likely to get like the princess cushion cut instead of a square, but I wasn't gonna rule out anything because you don't know till you try it on. So at Fuller's, what he does is like he will start you at a certain section of the counter and you'll go counter to counter, weave through and make your way through the entire store. Everything that they show you can be technically customized, but I'm talking like switching out diamond for moissanite, upgrading the diamond to something bigger, adding a few more like decal diamonds, accent diamond. Going into it though, like I didn't do my research, so I didn't know all the technical names and I still don't. I was so surprised to see like when you get a halo, the halo like is not really around the diamond, it's below it. I can't remember what all the themes were, but like I was trying my best to stay open-minded if I liked anything, because again, like if I'm trying on a silver ring, I can have it ordered in gold. You know, so like it kind of made it a little hard to picture, and honestly, I felt like it gave me too many options, but I just took full advantage of the time. So anytime I saw a ring I liked, I was like, I'll try this one, this one, this one, this one. I would take the ring and I thought, it's gorgeous, it's so shimmery, I love it. And I'd put it on my finger and I felt nothing. Like, I don't know why. I didn't like it or I didn't feel any like emotional response from it. It's just somehow it wasn't the one. But it's okay, you know, there's like so many diamonds there, you know. So then I went to the next case, you know, and I was like, oh, you know, lots of the same, but like I guess, you know, these and these and these, even though they're starting to look all the same to me. And I'll try that. Like, this one has prongs. This one is $35,000. And that one, ooh, that one looked good on me. But like, I'm a nice person. I wasn't gonna get that for the first ring. That could be like the upgrade that I get in 5 years, okay? Because it did look good on me. Along my journey though, I realized that I was correct, that I wasn't in love with the square, simply because like of how the webbing is on my fingers. It constantly wanted to tilt, and I'm somebody that wants to wear a ring all the way up my finger. The pear-shaped I liked, but I was going to have it manipulated where the prongs were, because I didn't like how there's a prong on top of the point of the pear. And of course, they're willing to customize. They can do that, but they did tell me it will weaken the area. So certain requests are more like at your own risk. So I was like, oh, okay, and if I have that exposed point, what if it cuts me? No, let me rephrase. It will cut me and it'll hurt. The little spiky prongs that I think are really cool looking, I don't know, too fierce for me or something. I'm a rounded girly. I have rounded facial features. My nails, I always round off the corners. So yeah, I felt like I was able to narrow it down, and I was more so looking at the ovals and the circles. Because I felt like the rocks were starting to look the same, I focused more on the metal. I wanted to see some creative welding with the bands. Sometimes they can make things look braided, or you have something that looks like ivy, which looks a little fairy-ish. I'm not gonna go for that, but like still like something that's very unique and detailed. Like the tiny details are what I love. There was this one ring that had such beautiful detail. I don't know if it was an epoxy coating, but it was black, and that made the diamond pop. I think that would have been my second choice, but my first choice was nowhere in sight. I felt so bad. I was getting so incredibly bored in there. I don't know, but I wanted to cry because I felt so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, we're about to go through this entire store and I'm not going to pick anything. And I wasted this man's time. At first, I thought I was just going to do window shopping, but really, like, once you get into it and you are using somebody's time that probably makes the bulk of their money on commission, even if it's like not an engagement ring, something has to be purchased. Finally, at the very end of the tour, the associate took me into the antique sale section. These are rings that were sold to them. They are all authenticated, but there's not much background. And that is when I found the ring. And all of a sudden, this extremely pleasing to the eye, curvature-edged diamond ring just looked back at me. I put it on and then I cried. I can't really tell you at this point that it was tears of happiness. I think it was more so tears of relief that I found the ring. And between you and me, my boyfriend did not like it at first. Now I do think he likes it. I mean, a big part of it is because I like it and he just loves me. But I think he's had a chance to look at it and appreciate it because it is a really unique ring. So here I am, I'm wearing the ring. I'm just looking at it, I'm like, I think this is the one. But I'm like questioning like why I'm crying, because I'm like, oh my God, these tears have been building up for the past 45 minutes. So like I do then try on like another ring after that, and I'm like, I gotta go back. I want this ring. I take it to the light, it shimmers, it's so beautiful, I love it. Now the backstory of the ring, I don't have much to tell you. About 95% of those rings probably come from grandma's closet. But of course, probably my ring is like that 1% that came from the Titanic. I'm pretty sure like the Duchess wore it. And it's probably old, so it's not going to be a lab-grown diamond. The biggest thing though I want to emphasize is that if you shop the antique sales section, you're gonna get a deal. Again, like they have the tags on them with the price, but they were all bundled up. Like when I saw the ring and I put it on initially, like I didn't know, but then later I looked at the tag and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a good girlfriend. My boyfriend's gonna love this. And then I started telling people the price and my boyfriend's like, please, oh my God. Another thing though, I do need to emphasize again, like if you do shop the antique sale, there is a chance that the ring is unique enough that the jewelry store can't replicate. It's only that ring, it's only one in stock. So of course I was told to look around while my boyfriend just slyly went up to the front and purchased it. They took my measurements and the ring stayed with them, and then they sized it and he picked it up, and now he has it in a secret place somewhere in his apartment. I haven't found it, but I also haven't gone looking for it. I don't need to, but oh my God, we purposely joked around about how he's hid it in such a strategic spot that we really hope he doesn't forget it when he moves out of his apartment. They're not gonna give that back. So that is the story of us going ring shopping. Penguin Day is so cold.